Right now, at least 55 people are confirmed dead in Maui as wildfires devastate the Hawaiian island. Governor Josh Green saying that 80% of the historic town of Lahaina has been destroyed and that this is likely the worst natural disaster his state has ever seen. Joining us now is the vice chair of the Maui County Council, Yuki Lei Sugimura. Yuki, today the governor described Lahaina as a war zone. You're there. What does it feel and look like at this hour?
Aloha, first of all, from Maui, and thank you very much for caring about us as we're going through this major disaster. It's something that we have never seen in Hawaii, and I think it's the worst disaster many have seen throughout the country. Lahaina, which is the area that you're showing right now on the screen, it does look like a war zone. I mean, that was my first reaction when I saw it. Residents have not been able to go back in after the devastation, and after many of the residents were asked to be evacuated because of the blaring and raging fires. But today, the good news is that our mayor is allowing, and the coordination between all the emergency management people, they're allowing the residents to go back in. You have to show your ID, show that you are from the Lahaina area, and that you'll be able to go in, and you must come out no later than 10 o'clock tonight. So there is some monitoring, but there's a lot of people who've been waiting to see how their homes were once they were evicted.
And Yuki, I understand that there's still upwards of 1,000 people missing. This is 2-3 days later. What more can you tell us about the reunification process here? I have a producer that works in my staff here in Washington. Her name is Tanya Nuri. She grew up in Lahaina. She says her uncle was missing for days. Fortunately, he's just turned up. But there are others who are not so fortunate. What's the situation there?
Yeah, so I think I heard that same estimate of 1,000 people, and that was kind of I think a guess at that point, because we really don't know. We still have the fires and the emergency response people having to go through and very carefully go through the rubble to really know what the level of disaster is. But it is a rising number, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
let me ask you, Yuki, very quickly, last question. So you worked in infrastructure on Maui and developing it. I've read your biography. Many residents say there was no early warning system. I know you have early warning systems from tsunamis that come from the sea. Why was there no early warning system? People were caught completely off guard.
I think it was a situation, if you think about climate change, all the elements that are being challenged now, this was an anomaly of the worst of everything coming before us. So it is a situation that we always will think about the safety of our residents. That is always paramount. We can always do more. We can learn from this, but going forward, we certainly will assess where we are and make sure that we take care of the people that we're, trying to protect. So, could we do more? I think that our whole state was surprised at the magnitude of the winds, which is 50 to 80 miles per hour winds, which kind of blew the fire, and wildfire were traveling at speeds and uncontrollable. Our firefighters, our police, everybody have been working really hard. We have gotten help. We have gotten help from California. They've sent people in. We have FEMA here already. The president did a disaster declaration early on, just so that we could have the help that we need. But we are scrambling to do the best that we can. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an unbelievable and almost unspeakable situation, and we wish you the best of luck. Yuki Lei Sugimura, mahalo and thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.